How y'all doing today? It's your boy Jermaine from Shovel Nose Hogs, back with another video. And so for this video, I want to talk about the top 5 hognose morphs that I either want to produce in the future or plan to buy in the future. So hopefully y'all enjoy this, and I will be including pictures as well as some videos just to give y'all a visual representation of what I'm talking about. And for anybody that actually own these snakes that I will have the pictures of or the video, I will give you credit. I don't want any kind of copyright violations or anything. I'm not trying to steal anybody's content. I just want my audience to see exactly what I'm talking about. So let's get started. Number 5 will be the Super Arctic. So if you don't know what this snake is, this is actually the super form of the Arctic gene, which is a codominant form. So when you have 2 Arctic genes lined up, you will actually get a black and white snake. And so they actually come out as almost jet black. And as they shed, you start seeing more of that white. And the pattern, sometimes they do have some variability. Sometimes the pattern is jet black, but also you see some that have more of a greenish pattern, but then the outlines of the patterns are dark black. But another feature that all Super Arctics have are those jet black eyes. And I think that's definitely one of the prettiest morphs out there. And that's definitely something that I can make in the future. I have an Arctic albino male, so all I would need is just like an Arctic female and breed those 2 together, and I think about 25% of the babies should come out as Super Arctic. All right, number 4 would be the Conda sable. And so, like I said in one of my previous videos, I feel like this morph right here is the true anaconda. You get that dark color of the sable, and then you get the reduced pattern of the Conda gene. And kind of like with the Arctic, there is some variations in the sable gene. I've seen some of them that are really dark. Some of them are like a lighter green. But I've seen pictures of them to where they're like this kind of darkish green color, but then a reduced pattern of the Conda. And not only is the pattern looks like a green anaconda, but then that color looks like it too. That's why I say that that's like a true anaconda hognose snake. And that's definitely something that I can produce in the future, because I do have a sable albino sunburst, as well as I have a Conda het sable and albino. So some of those babies, if I breed them one day, could be the Conda sable. All right, so number 3 is gonna be the tiger albino. And so I've noticed this snake from Southern Cal Herps. So she actually has a Facebook group as well as a YouTube channel. She's a hognose breeder. And I was watching her videos one day, and she has an albino hognose with this tiger stripe marking. So the tiger is basically a pattern. And I think it is genetic. I think they can pass it along to their babies, but I think that's one of the prettiest patterns out there. And that's definitely something hopefully I can get my hands on. So the albino tiger. So number 2, which is gonna be something hopefully I can get this year. I'm definitely on the lookout for it on Morph Market, but this is the lemon ghost woma hognose snake. So the lemon ghost gene, I think it's like a lime bred gene, to where the snake actually gets more yellower, or gets the yellow color becomes more intense as the snake sheds and as it gets older. And that woma gene is actually a pattern mutation, which is similar to the tiger. They have that stripe. It kind of looks like a woma python pattern. I'm not sure if that's where they got that name woma from, but I'll put up a picture of the woma python. But I think it's very pretty, especially if it has those dark outlines of the pattern with that bright yellow. I think that's a very pretty snake, and definitely something I really want to get my hands on. Even if I don't even breed it to anything, I just want one of those in my collection. All right, and the number 1 hognose, my favorite hognose. This is the hognose. When I saw a picture of this, I was like, you know what? One day I need to get this hognose. I was like, what is this hognose? What kind of genes does it have? How can I produce it? And unfortunately, it's probably a snake that I would never produce. And it is the Super Conda Snow. So it's a super form of the anaconda gene, which means it has completely no pattern. And it's also an albino axanthic. So it's pretty much an all white snake except for the head pattern. So it's kind of similar to the leucistic hognose, but I feel like the leucistic is kind of translucent, but this right here, the Super Conda Snow, is a pure white snake. It has those red eyes like the albino, and I think that is the best Super Conda morph, a pure white snake. And like I said, because it's, you know what I'm saying, you got 2 recessive genes and then you have a super form of a codominant gene, that's kind of hard to make, man, especially if you're just like starting out with like snow head. So even if you have like just a regular snow, you still got to add that conda in it, and then you got to get a super conda. So that's definitely the creme de la creme, in my opinion, of the Super Conda morph, and that's the most striking hognose morph that's out, in my opinion. So what are y'all thoughts on it? Hopefully y'all like this video. Leave a comment, subscribe if you like the channel. I got plenty more on this hognose stuff. So y'all have a nice day.